Murabense Dr. William Samarutu nigo anyara kwa bakagucakia etaro ya matuko ane ime chikaunti chiria cha Bukamba nabo igo ikimbikio kora ubutuki nabo igo ubusarikirike gutukani ukiate bikira tukunyaka kwa kora umsako igati chikaunti ime yense ya Kenya. Kichingiana ndo mwanchi murigiri andonse asuri kunyaka ngo kwa rigani gocha SMS temangana mayini nyaka to kusangana kwimanyi asinjira y'ubwikano ali abiri ko bakahudikira igitasinike kya Amazing Voice of Victory irani ngoro kwa Hesborn Bosire tokubotena amona yona Robin Siango yukunyaka bakoni kinyachi bicha amona iri ugicha wikire gabo mwasubuye kuri rero murayibwense Dr. William Samarutu nigo anyara ko bakagucha kya etaro ya matuko ane Image County chiri cha Bukamba abo asar kunyaka bakakwanira abana inchina boyo kwigura emerubiri aho magendero ka kwana umwasubuye kuri rero ni goduto arokanaga komocha ensemo iria ekomocha eserikali askiria nyaka bakakwene kinigo batabwati agenda eneo nsuguche asaba Kenya na igo abakenya tibancha babeke uburayi guchi asi abantu batanya ko bakogenderia insi ya Kenya guchi asi birengo bire iguru nabo igo niko alinge amono mokonyi bumurayi bwense moske Abraham Kithure Kindiki asi etaro yiri tukoria rero
mtu ambaye mpango hana, sera hana, agenda hana, akili hana, huyo ni mtu ya kuchagua? Acheni bwana, watu tusiharibu nchi yetu na watu ambaye ni watu bure. Hii Ukambani imechelewa kwa upinzani siku mingi, na ndio mimi nimekuja hapa kuwaeleza mapema mchana, niwaambie ya kwamba tukienda mbele, mimi sitakubali Ukambani tena ikae upinzani, sitakubali tena mambo ya Ukambani ibaki nyuma kwa mambo ya maendeleo.
Sisi tukiongea mambo ya stima na barabara na masoko, na nyinyi mkuje muongee sera yenu, wacheni kuleta chuki, ukabila na kisilani kwa wananchi. Ama mnasemaje Kilome? Nyinyi mko kwa tuta, mama mko kwa Kamria. Mko kwa tuta. Iya William Ruto. Mko kwa tuta.
Boigo ensi ya Kenya nigo yanya ko bagikuburwa inyara ko bagikurwa uburaro guchi asi abara ikuru ensemo ya Tanzania anemono kuru asi kyama kedia chandema abagente guchandwa imeyense iyuka ukwana umwasi witu kurerero uyore ensemo iria igupinga eserikali chochi wacha koya nigo anya ko bagakwera nigo abwate abageni asi umuchi oye anemono kuru asi kyamikia chandema kubwatikana amuno kugenda guchandwa imeyense ya Tanzania asibanya ko bagutama kubwatikana amuno guchandwa nabo igo kuochererwa amone serikali yumusubati Samia Suluhu Hassan kubwatikana amuno gutamwa okoboko chinga kichobo chori obonene bwanya tukobogo korekana emergency yubwera amatukumake anariko bakagweta.
Tarehe 1, tarehe 2 kulikuwa na mauaji makubwa sana yanaendelea katika nchi yetu, na sababu kubwa ya watu kuuawa ni ile madai ya kutaka mfumo huru wa uchaguzi, kutaka katiba mpya. Vijana hawajasikilizwa kwa muda mrefu, na hata kabla ya uchaguzi hali haikuwa nzuri Tanzania. Yani ndani tu ya mwezi mmoja, mwezi ule wa 10 kuelekea uchaguzi, vijana zaidi ya 54 walikuwa wametekwa, na mpaka sasa hivi haijulikani waliko.
Inatisha kuona kwamba taifa ambalo ilikuwa ni Eden ya amani na utulivu imegeuka kuwa uwanja wa damu kabisa. Kwa hiyo mimi na wenzangu na mamia ya vijana wa Tanzania wamekimbia maeneo mbalimbali ya nchi kuokoa maisha yao.
As you know, the situation in Tanzania has become very volatile. Frequent abuse of human rights and no condemnation from African leadership. I therefore act both as a lawyer and a leader of Roots Party in Kenya to bring to the realization of the world that at this particular time and moment, Africa should not be having issues of refugee.
Oigo abakenya Nicholas oyona popunjagi banyako bakuocherwa emergency area ya Buganda nabo kugachwa asika kwitani amutinyi oyo moni go banya ko bakwera abakenya kiri Kenya to bakikwanyora chinga kibaringe imiyense yo ya Buganda ngo banya ko bakwera ni go baringe ase kambu military yeke bose ni go baringe ase chi amakao yeke military yense yo ya Buganda ase bar kunyara ko bago chano ba kuborirwa igentu Kenya to bakiye imiyense yo ya Buganda ni go baru kwa nayo chinga kibanya ko bakomena amona bariki amangana imiye county area ya Nairobi omugasubuti ko rero.
I left him in the cell and he asked me, Bob, he asked me to talk to you to make sure the message gets to the president, because the president is not aware about some of these things. It is the son, Muhoozi, who is undertaking these crimes against humanity. They have been undertaken at the Special Forces Command Center in Serakasenyi. That is a training ground for the presidential security team. And they call themselves next to none because they are next to none. They don't take command from any other, either the judiciary, whether it's parliament, whether it's the executive. So this is an armed militia that is operating under the General Muhoozi. And there are so many Ugandans. I left there over 150 of them in custody. People who are serving, who have been kept without going through any court process. They have been detained, some of them up to a year. That is what is calling the fridge, if you want to know what the fridge is. So there are some people who are actually in the freezer, not in the fridge. And as a human rights issue, these people have no cases. Most of them, they have been kept there for political reasons. And we have to come in now as human rights defenders and also say that we should not associate ourselves with such oppressive regimes, starting with Tanzania. And we are hoping on the December 9th, they have declared it an Independence Day. Also in Kenya, we are declaring December 9th will be a total shutdown. We are going to stand in solidarity with our brothers in Tanzania, and we are going to shut our borders in Kenya in solidarity with Tanzania. The Tanzanian embassy, we are actually calling for it to be closed down immediately until further notice. And we are asking our legislators in parliament to push this motion, just like the South Africans did when there was an issue between Palestine and Israel. Okay, they closed the embassy of Israel. Why? Because they were collaborating with our Palestinians to massacre people in Palestine. The same thing is happening in Tanzania. What are we doing as Kenyans? What are we doing as Kenyans for our brothers? So let us wake up, let us rise up, and we realize that the three governments are collaborating between Museveni, our President Ruto, and Samia Suluhu. Our arrest was a coordinated arrest between the Kenyan government. They knew we were crossing over into Tanzania. They raised the alarm there, and those guys did the dirty job for them. So we as a people have decided we are going to unite across borders between the Tanzanian people, the East African community, and to ensure that we put a check on the excesses of these governments. We want governments that are led by the values of human rights, at the center of every administration. And we shall continue to fight for these rights for as long as we're alive. Thank you.
Boiko ketogenda guchibosio ensi ya Kenya nigo yanyara kobage kokurero kubwatikana amono kogendera kugwa kwebirongo byobachenu imiyensi ya Kenya kurengana amona bamanyini kubanya ko bakwera ensi ya Kenya asense moyo bachenu nigo itagenda tibya na igo iribya eserikali nyako bagi kurigiria engani yo ase oboimemono.
It's easy to say we are not where we want to be because not a single indicator of manpower requirements and distribution is fully met. We have gaps in the country, we have gaps in the region, we have gaps in the world. There's almost nobody who can actually boast that they have got everybody provided for. All the support we need as a country was our people who are trained to do some stabilizing research like ourselves to make that link so that we reach everybody.
Enhance the research infrastructure and the aspect of implementation science, translating research into policy and practice is very key. And of course, the need to continuing diversifying research funding.
Boigo ikiumbikiri kia okora obotuki na boigo oboringoria EACC nigo Kenya kobagie kwanene kia nigo kira kunya kobagie okora obotuki ase gati each county kubwatikana nga obokurumi bwekerengo kigoro nigo bagento kwanika each county ao emergency ya Kenya bakwana imeye county area ya Kisumu asiri bagari aye omo nene bwe kiombe ekio Abdi Mohamed nigo banyako bakwene kinga ase county chinyinge imensi ya Kenya nigo abakori emirimo be county bakunyako bagwesoania amune chitenda chikunyako chikwenanwa ne county ase oburkurumi bukunyako bokwene kyo nabo igo imishara uchi asa bakori emirimo be county batabwati amasakara aikiranete gose batabwati libagari okora emirime yuba kwegwa ase county a imensi ya Kenya nigo barokwana yo imeye county eri ya Kisumu.
Believe among Kenyans that some public officials, especially in the counties, have betrayed the public trust and transformed their entrusted roles into opportunities for personal enrichment, using their positions to benefit themselves, their families, friends, and associates. In our view, from where we sit as EACC, these concerns are not unfounded.
EACC has yielded greater awareness and compliances on integrity issues. We look forward to deepening this partnership, particularly in developing internal policies and procedures for corruption prevention measures, declaration of our interests, and audit ethics audits. I encourage officers from both institutions to use this workshop to build sustainable systems.
Mwaje muri wikira buno nguchunya gunyabutira amwana majakuru asigita sinike kya Amazing Voice of Victory iri ani ngakuru kwa Hesborn Bosire tobotana amonero biniona siangwe kwane kinga chibicha amonirio gicha wikire gabu asore gakachinga tinde na boy gonigo okendeta kubolwa onyaka okwirike buna omwaki ekura asenge njunga bo matukumake ari busigaiga obochori obonene buchunyako boko korekana na igo abarayimbaga ni banyako bagochori buna injira emo yoko chora abarai abaya irinde NCH ya Kenya boigo orwongoro iturwa gusiro genda konyora amagendero kubatkana amuna abarai babwate ibirengererio byo konya egesaku kyomugusi.